Yo, Mateo here with Lyrical Lemonade's very own Cole Bennett. And I just want to take a moment just to kind of catch up and to see the progress over the last 2 years before we had the 2-year anniversary. So just to get into it, Cole, do you remember the very moment Lyrical Lemonade first crossed your mind?
Yeah, I was a senior in high school, and I was in study hall, and I was just thinking, because I was doing music videos at the time already for like, 5-6 months with like my high school friends, and I wanted to like become more involved, and I had done a couple videos for people in Chicago, but it wasn't enough. I wanted to do something more. So I was like, all right, like why not just start a blog?
That's cool. So you first started with the videos, and then you added the blog with it?
Exactly, yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's cool. So, all right. And then, so what first drew your attention to kind of shoot videos, and what's like the most exciting part about it?
What drew my attention to shooting videos was like just in high school, like just taking like multimedia classes, and I really like to edit, and I really like to like bring a vision I had in my head to life. I thought that was just like extremely cool. So.
And were you into like pictures at all before that or anything?
I never did photography myself, but I thought it was cool, and I just liked the art of it, and I wanted to do it myself. So.
Just like producing like just the whole project, and just making everything come together, right? Yeah, it's always a good part. Like I always see like on videos, like I can always like tell between like all the like the cool effects between like one part going into the second part, and just kind of seeing like the good transition from one effect into the second effect. So
exactly,
that's really something obviously that you really kind of practice. I can tell that's really like a niche that you have.
Yeah, exactly. When you do something like that, you wanna set your trademark and set your work apart from everyone else's. So when you watch it, you're like, oh, Cole Bennett made this. You're like, oh, this is a Lyrical Lemonade video. So you create your own style, and you find your own style, and you find where you fit in, and then that's.
Well, so what would you describe your style to be like? In what like
video wise?
Just video wise, like what kind of style do you like to shoot
That's the thing. I don't think I have a style. You can see my creative direction, and I like listening to the track, feeling out the track, and then trying to match the visuals along with the track best as possible.
The visuals with like the sounds.
Yeah, so make sure everything matches, and like you're like, this matches perfectly, and that's just kind of style I like to have. It makes sense overall.
Yeah, that's definitely like usually how it goes nowadays. Like people like to be intrigued with the videos and stuff like that. So it's really important nowadays to kind of really have a good contrast between like the sounds of like the music and like the videos and the effects.
No, okay, definitely.
Making sure like the audience is intrigued with the videos and the sounds all together.
Exactly.
That's good. So, do you hope one day to kind of produce your own like Lyrical Lemonade beverage at all?
Yeah, I think that'd be sick. I think it would a cool way to get started with it, and I've actually had a few offers with some smaller, festivals, and it'd be cool to make a stand at venues and have like Lyrical Lemonade. It'll be like with like a dash of like vodka and have like some color in there, and then like eventually with that, just branding that as a drink.
Branding that as a drink, and then just building up on it.
Exactly. The whole point of Lyrical Lemonade, like these first few years, is to just brand it and build it, and then from there I'll be able to do fun stuff like that, like make my own lemonade or do fun stuff like that.
Drinks, making Lyrical Lemonade shots.
Yeah. Right now it's just building a name and letting people know what it's about, and then we can branch out.
That's awesome. And you really honestly done an awesome job at branding in really just 2 years and getting your name out there too.
Thank you.
Such big names and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Total respect to that effort. And what else do we got here? Oh, and as far as like making the videos, what would you say is your favorite part, and what is your least favorite part when editing the videos?
The videos, I definitely like editing more than shooting. I feel like that's where my creative direction really falls into place, because that's when I can do anything I want with it. When you're shooting, I don't know, you can't lay everything down and like switch things around exactly. You're in one spot. You can only do so many things. But yeah, I like editing opposed to shooting. My least favorite thing would have to be low light. Like I hate shooting like in dark low light. just because I like good like life in
good
the sun. I think that's
stuff like that.
that's probably my favorite thing.
Probably a lot easier to work with once you
Yeah.
load it up into the
Yeah,
software.
exactly.
That's what's up. And how do you usually go about like between choosing like a place to shoot? Like,
That comes in back into what you're saying about like feeling out the song, and then I'll have like a vision for it. Like for instance, I shot a video today, and it was like kind of like an eerie song, and it was like it had a cool instrumental to it, and I was like, I want an industrial look to this. So I knew an area of the city that had an industrial look to it, so I took them there. We scoped around, found some really cool places, and just ran with it.
Man, that's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, it looks like you're really getting the whole gist of like kind of getting plotting the ideas and then building off of that
No,
into
definitely.
the effects and all that. So,
Definitely.
That's awesome. So, and before Lyrical Lemonade even came about, what were your career plans before that?
I wanted to go to Illinois State and do broadcast journalism. I was really into sports, so I wanted to start like maybe ESPN or something. I don't even know. It was just an idea when I was younger. But then, like junior, senior year, I started getting into like the Chicago
The whole music scene, right?
scene, the culture, and I just started expanding on that.
Awesome. Yeah, because I remember you always being like kind of big into the sports and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it definitely makes sense that you wanted to kind of get into the whole sports scene. But yeah, I mean, and also especially like broadcasting, you're kind of like doing broadcasting for kind of like music.
Exactly.
So it's like it's
it works hand in hand with each other. I just had to find where I needed to.
Yeah,
I needed to find my place.
Find it right. So you had the idea, you just found it.
And I think I found it.
You found it.
Hopefully.
All right, there you go. And as far as everything in the past 2 years, what do you think has been the biggest lifestyle change before the blog and after?
Time. Like I used to have all the time in the world, and I hang out with my friends every day, and we just fool around every single day. And now it's like I'm young, but like it's like this is like what I want to do with my life. So I'm dedicating like all my time to it. So time is the biggest thing that's changed. I had all the time in the world to little.
And
time.
how do you go about like managing everything to come together and work out like it does?
What I try to stress about stuff like that is like I gotta make sure everything makes sense, because a lot of people try to rush things, or they have these really cool ideas, but then they try to push it out way too early. And that's what I'm trying to do with these first few years of Lyrical Lemonade, is build the brand, and then I'll have all the, I'll have the free way to do anything I want. So everything has to make sense. I think that's one of the biggest things you gotta do as a business.
Making sure everything flows in
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
nicely. Yes. It's awesome. And what made you realize that you had to start hiring like writers?
Like, yeah, the people to work under me, it's that time thing. It's, you want to do everything by yourself, and then it just becomes too time consuming. And so I had to bring some people on a team, and it was actually a really good idea because, just like I had my following, maybe from some friends from high school or just friends in general, they could spread the word. Now I have all these people who work under me who are spreading the word to their friends and are building the name as well, and we're all working together as one team. So it's
just like the army. That's how you kind
yeah.
of building one by
And
one.
once I started building the team, that's when things really started to go crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And is it more people that come to you that kind of ask to write, or is it you reach out to more people more? Or is it kind of a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, but in most instances, I'd announce that we're looking for people to work, and then we could just get a bunch of emails, and I'd feel some people out, meet up with some people, just kind of like examine their work ethic, and I found a lot of good guys, and we're making the dream work.
Making everything come together. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And how often do you drink lemonade?
That's a good question. I don't really even drink lemonade that often, to be honest. That's like the ironic thing about it, but I do like lemonade.
This is
Yeah, no, I like water. Water's my favorite drink,
Water,
but
there you go.
lemonade's cool too.
Yeah, dude. Personally, I drink a lot of water too, and I kind of just stick to that. And sugary drinks, it's just like shit.
Yeah, it's too much for my
I'll
belly.
be feeling like shit.
Yeah.
And what was your biggest concern before you had your first showcase? Like throughout the whole day, what were you most worried about?
I was so nervous to be in front of people I'd never met. So I was so nervous, like prior to the show, like I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. We was at a 90-person capacity venue at the Music Garage, and we ended up having like 300 people, and it ended up being crazy. But I was just so nervous. I didn't know what to do. So once I got up there, maybe I stuttered like a little bit when I was like presenting everything. But after a while, it just like kind of fell into my place and
fell into your rhythm.
Yeah, it just rolled naturally. But I was just nervous. So many people I didn't know who were gonna be there, and it was just like a whole new lifestyle for me, a whole new experience.
And how did you feel about Alex Wiley showing up to your very first showcase and having him perform at the
That was crazy to me because I, like, when I was getting into the music scene, like, Alex Wiley was one of the first people I'd ever met. And, like, shout out to my boy Bennett. He really dragged me in the music scene. But yeah, Wiley was one of the first people I'd ever met and, or not met, listened to. So, like, having him come to my show was a huge thing. And then speaking to him was another huge thing. And then having him perform out of nowhere as, like, a random special guest was, like, beyond like amazing. So it was super crazy, and that was motivation myself to realize like I can do this. You know what I mean? Like I looked up to the sky, and he's performing at my show a year later. So that's when I was like, all right, like, let's go, let's get things going.
Set your foot in. You just, where's the next step? That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that. I was just standing in the back of the venue. I saw him come up to some other guy just talking with her. I swear I wasn't sure if it wasn't him, so I didn't want to like say what's up or anything. But next thing you know, he was up on stage performing.
Yeah, well, when I asked him, I was like, "Do you want to perform?" And he's like, "I'll perform Spaceships 2." And Spaceships 2 is kind of like a little more soft song. And then he's like, "Nah, I'm not performing." And then he has a song called "Earfuck," and it's like a super hype song. I'm like, dude, like perform Earfuck. And he looked at me in the eye, he's like, I'll perform it. And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is crazy. And then a year and a half later, he's headlining my show with everybody at Reggie's, and we sold that out. So it's just like, it's crazy how things work, and it's just like surreal. It's really awesome, to be honest.
Yeah, and it happens so fast too.
It happens so fast. Like it feels like my first show was yesterday, and then to think about how much we've grown is crazy. It's really good to be honest. It's awesome.
2 years, man. That's awesome.
2 years.
So what are you most excited for your 2-year anniversary party coming up?
The special guest.
The special guest.
No, not really. The special guest is gonna be cool. But I think it's cool that it's only $5. We're gonna have guacamole and chips. We're gonna have quesadillas. We're gonna have milkshakes. We're gonna have abstract art. We're gonna have clothing lines there. It's gonna be like a whole experience. It's gonna be Chicago culture, a bunch of different art. I think it'll be cool just to have that for such like it's only $5. Like anyone could go. And then we're gonna bring out some really big people. We have Martin Sky performing, Roy French, and other friends. I don't know if this is going to release before or after the party, but I'll announce it. Either way, you get the exclusive. We're going to have Heard Everybody and Sava as special guests. So it's going to be a good time. And I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff in one night, and that's what I'm most excited about. There's so much stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to turn out awesome, just like all the other ones have come out. So yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'm going to bring out a couple guys and have another blast, man. Yeah, honestly, that's all I really had for tonight. So, yeah, dude, but good thing coming up, meeting up with you again, man, coming up to your new place and everything. So
thank you, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
So, yeah, that's all we got for tonight. So, like,